Welcome back, friends. Let's look at this example. The supply function of AMA Enterprise is giving us Qx is equal to 10 plus 4px. Find the quantity supplied. If px is 6 Ghana cedis, b if it is 2 Ghana cedis, and c if it is 12 Ghana cedis. So this is very simple. All we need to do is come to the supply equation and then substitute. So wherever we see px, we put the px value there. So starting with the a, we put 6 Ghana cedis here. Then we simplify. 6 times 4, 24, plus 10, 34. Do same for b and do same for c. Let me know your answers. Let's try a hand on it. Let's see. So if you got these answers, 34 for A, 18 for B, and 58 for C, you are right. The next thing is use the quantity supplied and prices to construct a supply curve. Right, so with a supply curve, you just draw the right side of a Cartesian plane that has positive values. Then you put your figures there. So when the price is 2 Ghana cedis, what is the quantity supplied? Let's go back. When the price is 2 Ghana cedis, quantity supplied is 18. So we have it here. How about when the price is 6 Ghana cedis? Quantity supplied is 34. We have it here. When the price is 12 Ghana cedis, quantity supplied is 58. We have it here. So a very simple one. You've sketched your supply curve. Right. The last thing we want to look at is determinants of supply. Determinants of supply. The first determinant is the price of the commodity. What will determine how much a seller is willing and able to offer for sale? The price of the commodity. That's a major determinant. If the price increases, the seller will increase the quantity he is supplying, and vice versa. The second is price of other commodities. If you do remember, when we did demand, we talked about something similar. The price of other commodities. With this also, let's consider substitutes and complements. If the price of a substitute is a commodity that can be used in place of the commodity in question, right? So if the price of a substitute increases, that means sellers of that substitute will be earning more. What will happen? Suppliers of the commodity in question will realize that it is very lucrative to supply the substitute instead of the commodity in question. So they will reduce their supply for the commodity in question now and consider supplying the substitute instead, so that they earn more profit. That will reduce the quantity supplied of the commodity, though the price of the commodity itself has not changed. So the price of another commodity can determine the price, the supply of the commodity in question. And if we should talk about complements, complements are commodities that are used together to give an appreciable level of satisfaction. So if the price of a complement increases, it means that that complement is lucrative. So suppliers will decide to supply the other commodity that is used together with it, because as consumers buy the complement, they would have to buy the commodity that is used together with it in order to get their level of satisfaction. So the complement price increasing increases the supply of the commodity in question, though the commodity in question has not changed in price. And there can also be natural phenomenon. As a farmer, you are willing and able to sell at a given price, but something natural can occur, maybe bushfire, maybe famine, where there is no rain and others. You will not be able to supply how much you wanted to supply. And the fourth is cost of production. If it is very expensive to produce a commodity, it is likely you might not supply so much of the commodity. So as cost of production increases, supply reduces. And as cost of production decreases, supply increases. The next is level of technology. If the level of technology is more advanced, you can produce more and supply more without so much stress. Let's take an example. If you are a farmer and you just use cutlass and hoe, you might not be able to supply as much as a farmer who uses sophisticated machinery, tractors, combine harvesters to farm. So an advanced technology increases supply, and a crude technology makes you supply less. And time, we have different time periods. We have the short run, we have the long run. So let's consider these two time periods. The short run. In the short run, your supply is limited. For instance, if you are a cocoa producer, in the short run, some commodities have their maturity periods being in the long run. You cannot sow cocoa and harvest within 3 months. So for time period is also a major determinant of supply. In the long run, you can supply as much as you want, because you have enough time to supply, whether your commodity is a perennial commodity or it is not. Last but one is producer's consumption level. If you being the producer, your consumption level is very high, your supply will be low, because what you produce, you consume the lion's share, you consume a major part of it. So what will be left for supply or sale will be low, and vice versa. If your consumption level is low, you will supply more. The last is government policies. Government policies in the form of taxes and subsidies. When taxes are placed on your commodity, it discourages you from producing. When high taxes are placed on your commodity, it discourages you from producing more of that commodity. So what happens is that supply reduces, and vice versa. When government reduces taxes on your commodities, it increases, it motivates you to produce more. And also, if government gives subsidies, the government gives subsidies to reduce the cost of production. So if government gives you subsidies, your cost of production has reduced, and it encourages you to produce more and supply more. So these are the determinants of supply. We will end here for today's class. I would stand by for any questions you have, and I would always be willing and glad to answer you. Thank you. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.